Okay, I'm going to be like a broken record, but yeah, I apologize. Some of these videos should have been up yesterday or even the day before yesterday, but it is what it is. For those who don't know, I'm having phone issues, which actually affects a lot of my life, but I'm slowly reconstructing. Some things are getting taken care of, some things are not. I thought I could have gotten a new phone yesterday. Apparently not. So that is me. We will trudge through it. But one good thing, and sort of, well, things taking a little bit more time, I was trying to figure out what was the essence of what DOA was trying to say, arguing against Liz Gale. If you want the Liz Gale background, that video is finished. It should be up, and you can look at that as to what is the issue with Liz Gale. Okay, so essentially Liz Gale is trying to find a middle position between Aaron and Nora in their, well, you can only call it civil war that broke out last year, and has gotten more and more intense. But I was trying to figure out what DOA's position is. I kind of think I understood it, but having more time, it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say. Okay, so he, I think, is making 3 points. One is that the community, I guess that means collectively people who are anti-Scientology activists, he's not entirely clear, but the community should recognize that Nora was being very brave to call out Aaron on many of his abuses. Obviously, I would humbly raise my hand saying, I don't know, I did it too. So did Zero Dark Tony. So did Knife Hoarder, True Clear Media, SPTV Foundation. We could go through the list. You know, Doug Scott Kramer. I mean, it's a long list of people who recognized Aaron's problems and called them out. So I don't know. That's a bit of revisionist history, but all right, fine. Nora should be recognized. I agree. And also, and I do agree that people who keep saying Nora needs therapy, they're being really insulting, right? I mean, I guess good faith, what they're really trying to say is that maybe she doesn't have mental problems in the same sense of Aaron. I think she does, but that's just my opinion. However, I think the basic gist here is that her presentation against Aaron often fumbles and is frankly laughable, because if you're acting like a raging narcissistic abuser while you're attacking someone else as a narcissistic abuser, it just performatively, it comes off kind of strange, because even with her own fans, Nora can get very heated, very upset, lose control, and just say, oh, why are you talking like this? I'm Queen Nora. How dare you? What are you trying to say? And I've seen this several times. She will not be able to control herself and just go into these fits of rage, and you're like, no one is screaming at you at all. She's like, you're screaming at me. No voice is coming at you. Like, it is just bizarre. So, is DOA just being biased? No, I think he makes a third point, which is kind of important. It might seem minor, but there is something said here. Nora is saying these things on a channel of her size. So at this point, she has 14,000 plus subscribers. I guess we would have to agree, for a channel of her size, not counting DOA himself, right, who of her size has consistently criticized Aaron? That's true. It has been mainly the smaller channels. A lot of the even bigger SPTV channels have said things here and there, but aside from 1 or 2 videos, they pretty much have dropped it, right? They don't really talk about it. And even Liz Gale in her video is basically acknowledging, yes, Aaron is very abusive. However, she doesn't want to talk about it either. So it seems like a strange lacuna that all these happening, and the larger channels are basically just maintaining silence. They may not like Aaron, may not agree with him, may hate him secretly, but they're not speaking out. So I guess the best case for Nora is this, that the one-eyed person is king. Now let me explain what that means. I may be speaking to a non-English speaking audience. So there's a catchphrase where when you're dealing with truth, some truth is better than none. So the person may be one-eyed. However, a person with one eye can see things than some with no eyes, right? So the one eye is king, or in this case, a queen. I would grant that, although I think with Nora even being one eye, it's a little bit too much, maybe 3/4 of an eye, to be very precise, 75% of the eye. But in any case, putting aside the exact measurement, she has told a few devastating facts about Aaron. And some of these are things that only could be known by Nora. And so her divulging some of these secrets was very powerful. Can't deny that. And it is interesting that Aaron has really focused on her and Liz Ferris. I've explained the Liz Ferris thing, but let me explain it just again very seriously. Let me just explain the Liz Ferris thing succinctly. Basically, that because of what Liz Ferris was saying about the SPTV Foundation in particular, the way payments are done, Aaron is saying that's a complete falsehood. That is a fraud. That is slander. Not what Aaron is doing, what Liz is doing. Well, I agree with DOA that Liz Gale's presentation was, to be put it mildly, very deceptive. And it's very strange because Liz Gale is close to Nora, but here she's trying to distance herself from some of the more extreme positions. Well, you know me, if you know the channel, I'm kind of skeptical of all these people. I would agree the one-eyed criteria is powerful. Nora has said a few powerful things, and some secrets were really incredible about how, which we suspected, and we kind of knew that they sort of have these secret email groups. They sort of have their chats where only they speak to one another and sort of coordinate things, and that Aaron was encouraging Nora to attack Mike Rinder, while publicly he was saying, no, I don't hate Mike Rinder, no. But secretly he was, in fact, encouraging people to hate Mike Rinder and do videos on him. Okay, fine, that is all true. The question is, what are we getting in exchange? And it seems that that's where DOA is a little bit weaker. And I grant Liz Gale was incoherent and much worse than the DOA presentation, but I think there's something to be said for the level of anger and animosity is not really about Aaron. It really is this internal thing where Nora's just looking for someone to beat up on because she's hurt and abused in Scientology and wants to get revenge. She's not able to sue David Miscavige. I don't know why. I guess she never even tried. But she's going to focus her anger because she can on Aaron, and some of that is reaching unhealthy heights. Well, I think there are two dilemmas here. One is that the hate Aaron is experiencing is totally justified. If you want to still defend him, you can. I'm all open. Like the comments section, present your defense. So the hatred is earned. I think, though, that is a good point, that the hatred Nora is expressing is really about herself. It's not really about Aaron. And that puts her in a difficult position because now Jenna seems to be back with Aaron, and Jenna has made clear that Nora does not speak for her or with her. So how does Nora resolve this? And so far her answer is just to walk away. I don't think that's what's really happening. I think she has to reformulate the strategy. Because before, for months and months, she was saying that she was speaking up for Jenna, who can't speak for herself. But when Jenna, quote, dropped her videos, here was Nora grandstanding, I stand with Jenna. But Jenna does not stand with Nora, so it just feels really weird and incoherent. Now, I can disagree with Jenna, not about Nora, right? I think Jenna is correct that Nora is trying to manipulate and use her, exploit her, doesn't really care about Jenna. So I think Jenna's just being wise to stay away from Nora. But being consistent, you think Nora's a threat, Nora's abusive, Nora's a liar. But Aaron, let's give Aaron another chance. I'm just going to have to call it for what it is. I think that's stupid. I think Jenna's just stupid. I'm sure she's intelligent in many ways, but clearly on some things she's just dumb. She's super dumb. With Nora, I think, yeah, she's picking up the right signals. This is not my friend or ally. She's just a manipulator. But how she can't see that with Aaron, I don't know. That must be some radical cognitive dissonance she's dealing with. But there we are. So I think I understand what DOA is now saying. However, right, that was great, but what are you doing for me lately? Right, because if we're going to take Nora's truths and give them some respect and value, we have to recognize her lies too. And she's also lied about Aaron. And the lies were not even helpful or useful. They were just stupid. They were just so dumb. Like, one of the lies does not have a real estate license anymore. But then Aaron's like, you can look me up really quick and easy. He even gave the whole information, say, look it up, licensed in real estate. And if you want to get into the real estate business with him, hey guys, you can contact me. So he double dared everyone to double check that. Does any of this matter? No, of course not. However, it is indicative that Nora will just put a lie out there, and when she gets caught, she says, oh, I'm sorry. Well, why'd you say it in the first place? Like, it wouldn't help us with the Jenna issue. Like, it doesn't technically matter if she's right. The license didn't matter, but it mattered to her because Aaron was making fun of her and her ignorance and stupidity about the real estate business, which is true. Nora is not a real estate expert. So it's like, it's fine if you want to criticize Aaron, even also fine if you have your own agenda, right? Also fine if you want to get back at him. I would be guilty of all things. But then why just put out lies, or to put it mildly, rumors that are radically probably not true just because? Like, how is that helpful? How is that helpful at all? It just seems that Nora just has unresolved issues. Aaron is a convenient punching bag. And listen, I'm sure she's going to get back to it, right? Because he is. He is doing and has done things that are very hateable and things he should be called out on. But we can do it in a much more civil, intelligent way. And I think that's where most of the criticism against Nora is coming from. Now, granted, there are people who just hate Nora at this point. They just hate her. They hate her voice. They hate her look. They hate everything about her. I'm not quite there yet, so I can appreciate DOA balancing the picture, but really, he is also really skewing the narrative that it's just a lot of, simping for Aaron or refusing to see the truth. I think Liz Gale is. I think she's still a simp, but I also do think there's something said for Nora's hatred, healthy levels of self-destruction, which is not really going to help us against Aaron. At least I don't see it, at least in the immediate future.